Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about fractions. What are fractions? Fractions are about dividing a shape into smaller parts. Let's see an example. The fraction 1 over 2, or sometimes known as half, is a fraction. Now we'll discuss the meaning of fractions. Okay, now we'll talk about fractions. Fractions are the measuring of dividing a shape. Here is a perfect circle. When we divide it with the fraction half, it will look something like this. It gets divided up into two parts. Next we'll explain how to get the part divided a shape with the other fractions. Okay, now here are other fractions. Half, third, or quarter, or 1/2, 1/3, or 1/4. First, in any fraction, there's something called denominator, fraction line, and the numerator. First, let's make the fraction line orally. The fraction line is the line, as you can see, between the 1 and the 2, or the 1 and the 3, or the 1 and the 4, and so on. So this line separates the two numbers between each other. Now let's get the important parts, denominator and numerator. What is a denominator? The denominator mentions how many smaller parts the shape will be divided into. Let's do the first step. The first question we have, divide the shape by half. Okay, first we get the denominator. What is the denominator? The number down of the fraction. In this case, in the half, it is 2. So, we'll divide any shape by 2 into 2 parts. Now we will take the circle, how to divide it with half. Now we got the denominator, put a line between the circle, and we have 2 parts. Let's see the next step. The next step is to see the numerator. What is the numerator? The numerator is the upper number of the half. In this case, it's the 1. So, what does the numerator do? It defines how many smaller parts that have just been divided by the denominator will be taken from the circle. The circle now is divided into 2 parts. We'll take one of the parts. Okay, the denominator is 1, so we will take only one part of the circle. That's called a half of the circle, when we divide it into 2 parts and take one of the part. In the next video, we will talk more about making fractions on other shapes. Now we took how to make fractions on circles. The next video will talk about how to make it on rectangles, squares, etc. Thanks for watching. I'm going to give you a question, a bonus one. First one to answer in the comments will get a special shout out. Can you divide a circle into 1/3? If you found out, tell me in the comments.